What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Good Morning Cup of Joe. Today, we are reviewing a phenomenal book. This is the cover that I'm familiar with. I did find an interesting alternate cover. I'm assuming that one probably came first. I'm not sure which one comes with the Netflix original film. I'll be watching this potentially in the next week. The Devil All the Time by Ronald Ray Pollock. A buddy of mine was like, Joe, you like dark, grimy stuff. So I found out this movie was on Netflix. The movie looked pretty good. Found out it was about a book. Read about the book. Joe, you got to read it. You gotta check it out. And I was like, all right, well, I'm all up for something. I like dark. I like gritty. So I read Devil All the Time about 3 days. He read it in one sitting, believe it or not. And it's trippy. It's a really good book. If you're into horror, and it's not supernatural horror. This is definitely realistic horror. I'm going to go ahead and read you the back of the book real quick, just to get an idea of what it is. The backwoods of Ohio. Willard Russell's wife is at death's door. No matter how much he drinks, prays, or sacrifices animals at his prayer log. And let me tell you guys, that prayer log thing, whew. Willard was a messed up guy, let me tell you that. Meanwhile, his son Arvin is growing up from a kid bullied at school into a man who knows when to take action. Around them swirl a nefarious cast of characters, a demented team of serial killers, and trust me, those were some characters, man. Those serial killers were, a spider-eating preacher and a corrupt local sheriff. And there's so many other characters, and it's woven into a phenomenal tale of just brutality. I don't really know how else to say it, guys. We're going to be playing around with different ways that we do reviews. We're going to start with something that I like to call... Let's see if it's going to work here. There it is. One-word reviews. That might be kind of loud there. This is the way we're going to do this. I am going to just shout out one-word reviews. Words that I think describe the book without going into a terrible amount of detail. And if not words, then maybe phrases, you know what I mean? But nothing super detailed, so there's not going to be a lot of spoilers, all right? So, one more time. One-word reviews with author J.L. Hickey on The Devil All the Time. One-word reviews. Let's go starting now. Dark. Gritty. Gnarly. Wicked. I felt grossed out. That's not a word, but it's a phrase, I guess. It was unrelenting, unforgiving, not for the faint of heart, creepy, elements of horror, rooted in reality. The one word is not going to work. I'm going to have to do phrases. It reminded me of Stephen King, especially with the characters, strong character development, characters you will not forget about. A man-eating spider. Nope, reverse that. A spider. Yeah, no, a man-eating spider. No, a spider-eating man. A dude that eats spiders while he preaches. This thing got in my brain, you guys. This was such a good book. That kind of ties up the one-word reviews. Just words and phrases that pop out when I think about it, right? I felt dirty reading it at times. There's not a lot of likable characters. They're all very, very damaged individuals that are trying to live in this backcountry Ohio. Everyone's, poor, drunk, dirty, fucked up. I'm sorry, messed up. Try not to curse on these. But they were effed up. Man, so if you like Stephen King, if you like The Shadows that I told you to like, if you like realistic horror, this book is awesome. So good. I'm assuming the movie's probably crazy. I don't think it can come close to the book because it's just a movie, so it's an hour and a half, I think. 2 hours tops. And I just don't think you can capture these characters in 2 hours. There is one character in there that is redeemable, but he's screwed up too, you know. And it just goes to show you how he can take these characters that are nefarious. They're most of them are evil, terrible people, but you can kind of find yourself sometimes rooting for them, especially with the sheriff, the corrupted sheriff. He's a pretty bad dude, but he's not all bad, you know? And it's that type of three-dimensional characters that I think really, really took me by storm, really had me wrapped up in this book. One of my favorite books I've read this year. We're going to go into a letter grade right now. I feel like I've been really easy on letter grades for you guys, and you think that I'm just going to be giving B's and A's to everybody. But, man, I've read some phenomenal books, and I got to tell you what, we're going to give the letter score right now, and it's going to be a solid. So good. So very good. Solid A. I wouldn't give it an A+. I wouldn't give it an A-. I would give it a strong A. Seriously. My buddy Noah put me onto this book, and he's 2 for 2. He put me on The Fisherman, and he put me on this book. And both of those books were just insanely good. I've never heard of Ronald Ray Pollock. He's the author of Knock 'em Stiff, which is a collection of short stories based around the same area that this book takes place. There might even be some reoccurring characters. That much I can't tell you. I'm not a big fan of short stories, so I will not be reading Knock 'em Stiff, but I'll be keeping an eye out for Mr. Pollock. I really thought this book was splendid. It was really, really well. I have a couple of ideas for the channel that will be rolling out fairly soon, within the next 3 or 4 months. Until then, I'll continue doing reviewing. I'll continue talking about writing, and whenever I go out and get book hauls, which hasn't been much lately. Haven't got a lot of new books, but thank you so much for watching. As always, if you enjoy the content, please don't forget, drop the subscription. We really do appreciate the love and support. We're trying to get to 100 subs, and we're a little over 50. Once I get 100 subs, I can have a youtube.com/author JL Hickey instead of whatever it is now. So that's the main goal. I put in some new elements to the channel. Hope you like it. We'll be switching up the dubstep music every once in a while. I won't always be that, but just kind of playing around with things on the backside. Appreciate you guys. It's been a pretty rough week for me, physically, mentally, and emotionally, but it looks like we're moving to some positive stuff, and I'm going to go back to focusing on reviewing books, my own writings, reading, and spending time with my family. Hopefully next week is a little bit better for us. So thank you for everyone who's reached out to me personally, who know me. I appreciate it. It's good to know there's people rooting for you and your family. So thank you guys. We're closing up on 9 minutes. We don't want to go any longer. Love you guys. Peace. Appreciate it, as always. What are you reading? What are you guys reading? Throw some comments. Talk to me. What should I read? Let me know. Later.